Hello all, Sal Dog Piper with you here on Friday. It's a stormy Friday where I'm at. We're under a severe thunderstorm warning at the moment. Lots of thunder, lightning, and downpour. And I'm glad to have it right now because it's been another hot day. Smoking out of my Bones Legend YTPC 2026 Minion Ball. Starting to color up. Love this pipe. In it, I got some Brothers in Arms. So some of you probably know I screwed up yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I was trying to do a VR to Rooster over at Blue Cord Custom Woodworks. I got his gall mixed up with another presenter's gall. And what was asked on the other presenter's gall, I did on his gall. You talk about feeling like a horse's ass. I apologize to Rooster. He was very forgiving, which I am very thankful for. I did not intend to do that. I just got things mixed up, and the old steel trap doesn't work as my hard drive's full, I guess, as you would say. Things don't, sometimes they just mess up. So I messed up. It was on me. But I appreciate Rooster forgiving me. But I'm going to try to do this again. So I'm going to try to do it right this time. And I've made me some more notes. First of all, so I don't forget, freedom is not free. Freedom has never been free. I think we forget that until these holidays. The people that sacrificed their lives and paid the ultimate sacrifice so that we can live in the best country in the whole world, and that all countries don't look up to us, but you know what I mean. There's a lot that look up to us as a world power, being free. Without those people who died for our country and for our freedom, we wouldn't have what we have today. We could be under a dictatorship, or who knows. We needed somebody to fight that battle for us, and I am so very grateful for them. I'm grateful that they died, that me and my family can choose to worship the Lord. We can choose to be Christians. I was able to choose to be a police officer. Every day, I'm sorry, my neck's tight. I've been out working today in the yard. That we can, choose just about anything. Yeah, there's laws, and there's laws for reasons. There were laws in the Bible, and we have probably similar same laws that God gave in the Bible, and there was a reason for that. So people try to say, well, no, it's not always free. You got this, and this. No, we're a free country, and I am very grateful for that. I did not serve in the military. I chose to start my career in serving the citizens of my county and city as a police officer when I was 16 years old. So I've done that, and I'm still doing that. I haven't retired yet, so I'm still active law enforcement. But I appreciate the freedom to choose that job, to be able to do that job. Well, thank you, Rooster, for sure, for putting this guy on. I thank you for your service, and all the veterans out there for their service. So I didn't have to go. And I appreciate y'all giving me the option to be free to choose to be a law enforcement officer in fighting overseas and to be away from your families, so I didn't have to be. I thank you very much for that, for not being selfish. Sometimes I think I'm selfish, but I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to show some quick pictures of family members that served in the military. The first picture is a great-great-grandfather who served in World War I. This is an old picture of when he obviously was out of the war and was an old man. I was really young during that time of this picture. I might have been 2 years old, I guess. Never remember him speaking. Obviously, I was young though. But I always remember him sitting in the chair. He didn't smile much, but in this picture he smiled. And there was another picture of me and him out on the farm. He had a farm not too far down the road where I live now. And me and him out on the farm, I was probably 2 years old, and him holding my hand and smiling. So I cherish that picture. But this is him. He fought in World War I. And he was always sitting over there in that chair. He always wore the same clothes, a brown shirt, brown pants, and like black boots, I guess. Wasn't jump boots or anything that I can remember. Could be wrong, but yeah. He had a son, Gordon Loveday, who fought in World War II. He was drafted. And this is a picture of him in World War II. I believe the family, if I'm not mistaken, from what my grandmother told me, and she's passed now, they called him Sweetie. And I don't know why they called him Sweetie. I'm not really sure. There's another picture of him on the, maybe you're right, it's my left right there, with a buddy. I'm guessing this is before deployment. So he did not make it home. He was killed, KIA, over there, and he was blown up by a mortar. So I like to think hopefully he went quickly and did not have to suffer. But I had and that was on my mom's side. And then this is also on my mom's side. I had a grandfather who served in the Army, and he was in the Korean War. And this is him right here with a buddy. I believe that's also before deployment. I have more pictures, but I don't. They're on my phone. Obviously, I can't show you. And then this is him with a group of his guys over here on this side. Luckily, he didn't make it home. And I had another grandfather, and I don't have a picture of him in uniform. He served in the Army, and he was during peacetime, but he was stationed in Alaska. And he was on a plane over the Alaskan wilderness that the wing ripped off and sucked him and 12 others out. There were a total of 12 on board, and all got sucked out. And he was one of the 6 survivors. That's a whole nother story that after going through all these pictures and remembering stuff that I want to tell in a video separately, because it's an amazing story, and it'll take a little while to tell, so I don't want to do it on this one. One last picture. This is me when I graduated my first academy with my dad, who was a retired law enforcement sheriff's deputy. And I meant to bring a picture of my great uncle. My great uncle was also a Huntsville police officer back in the 50s. And I did not bring that picture, I apologize. But I started off as a sheriff's deputy, and that's when I graduated my first police academy, and my dad obviously was a senior deputy at that point. We actually, he was on first shift when I started. I was on second, and we overlapped every now and again and got to answer some calls together, which was really neat. And of course, I started off riding with him as a deputy cadet when I was 16 years old. So I got to ride with him quite a bit and learned a whole lot from him and multiple other really good law enforcement officers. Let me make sure this time I've covered everything that I'm supposed to cover. I did mention freedom isn't free. I am active law enforcement. I think that was his requirements, Rooster's requirements. I'm trying not to mess things up again, and then I need to make sure I've commented on his original GAW giveaway post. And I'm pretty sure I did it, but I'm going to do it again because I don't remember. So anyway, on this one, I think I'm done. I'm going to do another VR to Cactus Piper. And I'm pretty sure I did. Unfortunately, that's where I screwed up. I was doing his VR for Rooster's VR and messed it up. So for y'all that saw that, I'm sure you got a chuckle out of it, and that's fine. I don't blame you at all. I'd get a chuckle out of it too. But I feel like a horse's ass for doing it. I learned my lesson. Hopefully I won't repeat that mistake. Well, y'all be safe, be careful. Have a good, safe 4th of July. Remember our veterans, and remember freedom isn't free. And remember that we do live in a free country, and really be safe shooting in fireworks, because every year we fill up RERs here in town with people hurting themselves with fireworks. Anyway, all right, this video is long enough. Y'all be careful, be safe, watch your six. I'll see you next time. Bye.